Welcome to About Mansfield, your audio newspaper. I'm Steve Casillo with the September 18th, 2024, 240th edition. Colleen Daniels, she's out there in Studio West. We're here with the About Mansfield news team. Coming up today, as always, it's Mansfield news, talk, and information.
And a little later in the episode, you will have a chance to win a $25 gift card to a Mansfield restaurant of your choice with our Mansfield Trivia Question, courtesy of Joe Jenkins Insurance.
Let's take a look at the stories we're covering this week.
City adopts 2025 budget.
City breaks ground on new animal shelter.
6 MISD students named National Merit Scholarship semifinalists. Parks staff gears up for Maintenance Rodeo.
And in sports, the good, the bad, and the ugly, it's a recap of Friday Night Lights and what's on tap for this weekend.
And in the talk segment, Steve concludes his in-studio talk with Mansfield Philharmonic founders Thao Pham and Fletcher. We are Mansfield's only source for news, talk, and information. This is About Mansfield.
Hey there, it's Luke from Cool Hand Electric. Are you tired of dealing with plugs or lights that just won't cooperate? Well, don't fret. Give us a call. Worried about power outages or surges damaging your precious electronics? We've got you covered. Whether it's a whole house generator or surge protection, our solution-oriented Cool Hands are ready to tailor the perfect option that suits your needs and budget. At Cool Hand Electric, excellence is still cool.
Cool Hand, Cool Hand, Cool Hand, where excellence is still cool.
Navigating the ever-changing real estate market can be exhausting. At the Hornburg Real Estate Group at One West, our team of experts help make the most of your home selling goals. From the ability to bring buyers multiple cash offers, offer different ways to sell your home, and even offer pay-at-close vendors, we help you get top dollar. We have a robust marketing strategy to ensure you always have options to get your home sold in the way that makes the most sense for you. Each agent at the Hornburg Real Estate Group has been expertly trained and has years of experience behind them. Find out why our clients consistently rate us 5 stars year after year. Call or text us at 817-264-7087. Again, that's 817-264-7087. Or visit us online at homesbyhrg.com.
This is Paul Duncan with Trinity Solar Services. That's right, solar. Back in the 1960s, NASA used solar cells in their space missions. But get this, the very first solar cells were actually invented back in 1883. Solar energy has made great strides over the past 140 years, but one theme remains constant: solar works. Solar panels are the MVPs of renewable energy. While reducing carbon emissions and taking a stand against climate change, solar panels can also help to greatly reduce your electric bill. Trinity Solar Services is your sun-powered solutions, and we want to deck out your home with top-notch Tier 1 panels without breaking the bank. Reach out to us today for a complimentary quote. Trinity Solar Services is a Mansfield-based company that's all about building relationships through good old-fashioned, family-owned business values. Find us online at trinitysolarservices.com. That's trinitysolarservices.com.
Hi, I'm Haley Hudson, and you're listening to About Mansfield.
Welcome back to About Mansfield. This portion of the news is brought to you by the Grandview Event Center in Mansfield.
In a recent meeting, the City Council approved the budget for 2025, aiming to improve essential services, infrastructure, and public safety, all while cutting costs for residents. Homeowners will benefit from a tax cut, with the rate dropping by 1.4 cents per $100 of property value compared to last year. The new rate is lower than both the no new revenue rate of 6.88 cents and the voter approval rate of 70 cents. On top of that, the homestead exemption, which helps homeowners save on property taxes, has been raised to 16%. This marks the third year in a row that both the tax rate has been lowered and the homestead exemption has increased. Roads and streets remain a priority, with the City Council increasing the street budget by 53% over the last 4 years. This year, $74.2 million is allocated for projects like road reconstruction, street maintenance, and water and sewer upgrades. Public safety is also getting a boost with funding for new staff, including a dispatcher, 5 police officers, and 6 firefighter paramedics.
We're looking forward to seeing a modern and inviting design that will also make the animals more comfortable, but also it's going to make finding a companion even more exciting. So we're happy about that.
It's Mayor Michael Evans who addressed attendees at the Chris W. Burkett Service Center for the city's new and relocated animal shelter groundbreaking ceremony Monday morning. City staff, council members, animal care professionals, even service dogs and their owners gathered for the occasion. Meredith Minter, founder of the local group SMASH, supporting Mansfield Animal Shelter, emphasized that running a shelter takes a community effort.
The shelter itself, as amazing as it is, that singularly doesn't do it. The work is where it happens. So that's where we need all of us. We need the community, we need the shelter, we need all of us in this amazing shelter to make it happen. And I'm so excited. City
Manager Joe Smolinski added that the new facility will offer a better environment for both animals and staff.
We want to make sure that we're providing a space for all Mansfield residents, and that means even our furry friends, right? But it represents a step forward in our ability to take care of those animals, make sure we get them a good, safe home as they're adopted out into the community. We're also very, very happy to make sure that the staff has a place to come and work and that they can do their best work, put their best foot forward. We're very proud of them. We're proud of the facility that's been designed, and we can't wait to see it open in summer of 26.
The Mansfield Animal Care and Control Center is set to open next door to the Burkett Service Center on Wisteria Street in 2026.
6 Mansfield ISD students have been named semifinalists in the National Merit Scholarship Program, an honor given to less than 1% of high school students in the country. The distinction is based upon their top PSAT scores. The students are Caitlin Ferguson and Caden Wynn of Frontier STEM Academy, Lisette Calderon of Mansfield High School, and Christopher Doe, Emma Fenton, and Andrew Yacenda of Lake Ridge High School. More than 16,000 high school seniors were named National Merit Scholarship semifinalists for 2025. Most of those students will be named finalists, and about half of them will win a National Merit Scholarship worth thousands of dollars. More than 1.3 million high school juniors entered the 2025 National Merit Program by taking the 2023 PSAT/National Merit Scholarship Qualifying Test, which serves as the initial screen of program entrance. It's a rodeo like you've never seen before. Saddle up your little cowpokes and get ready to hoot and holler for your favorite Mansfield Parks cruise. They'll show off their rootin' tootin' skills before heading to the annual Texas Recreation and Park Society competition, which includes one-of-a-kind rodeo tricks like zero-turn mowing, backpack blowing, irrigation rotations, and more. Mosey on over for an up-close look at the chuck wagons, from mowers to tractors and diggers. Buckaroos big and small will even get a chance to climb aboard or try their hand at quick draw competitions at this free, family-friendly experience on Friday, September 20th at James McKnight Park East, located on the 287 North Service Road, adjacent to the shops at Broad. The excitement starts at 10 a.m.
Week 3 of Friday Night Lights is in the books, and we'll talk about it because sports is next.
Are you ready to create unforgettable memories? Picture this: an enchanting event venue nestled amidst breathtaking landscapes with panoramic views right here in Mansfield. The Grandview Event Center is the perfect setting to bring your vision to life. From intimate gatherings to large-scale extravaganzas, the Grandview has flexible spaces to accommodate any occasion, be it a wedding reception, corporate Christmas party, or community gathering. Book your next unforgettable experience at thegrandviewmansfield.com. That's thegrandviewmansfield.com. The Grandview Event Center, where memories are made and dreams become reality. Book your event today.
I'm Philip Washington, Chief Investment Officer of Stonehill Wealth Management and host of the Wealth Building Made Simple podcast. First book I read in college was Rich Dad, Poor Dad, and it changed my life. And since then, I've read tons and tons of books on money. And what I've done is taken those lessons, simplified them, and I talk about those lessons on my podcast, Wealth Building Made Simple. So come hang out with us. We're on every major platform, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and on YouTube, Wealth Building Made Simple.
At Methodist Mansfield Medical Center, we've been caring for our home team for over 15 years. Today, you'll find award-winning physicians on the medical staff, advanced neurosurgery, a level 3 trauma center, critical care for newborns, and comprehensive orthopedic care. Methodist Mansfield, delivering the care our friends, neighbors, and home team depend on. That's community, and why so many people trust Methodist.
In sports, it's been a tough week for MISD high school football as 5 of the teams wound up with just 1 win and 3 losses. Summit enjoyed the night off. In the win column, your Mansfield Tigers remain undefeated as they topped Martin in a nail-biter to the end, 63-53. Elsewhere, both Lake Ridge and Timberview fall to 1 and 2 after their respective losses, while the Legacy Broncos are still looking for their first win of the season following a defeat to South Grand Prairie. Locally, this week's matchups include its senior night this Thursday night at Newsom as your Mansfield Tigers go head-to-head with Waco Midway. Under the lights on Friday, Lake Ridge takes on North Forney at R.L. Anderson. Legacy travels to Rockwall Heath. Timberview hits the road to Colleyville Heritage, and Summit celebrates homecoming under the lights at Newsom. All games, home and away, start at 7 p.m. The highs and lows from around the state this past week. The highest scoring game, Cress bested Southland 97-51. The lowest scoring games in the state, there were 2 of them. Down in Katy, Mady Creek topped Taylor, while up near Wichita Falls, Burke Burnett nipped Iowa Park, both games with a score of 7-0. The biggest goose egg in the state goes to Lucas Lovejoy, routing Frisco Liberty 76-0. If you have a comment about the show, the news, whatever's on your mind locally, the good, the bad, the ugly, it doesn't matter. You can reach us by voicemail at 817-435-2938. Again, that voicemail, 817-435-2938. By the way, this coming Sunday, September 22nd, is National States and Capitals Day, which raises awareness about all 50 states and their capitals. So we here at the About Mansfield News Desk did some research on some state capitals and found out that the least populated capital in the United States is Montpelier, Vermont, with about 8,000 people. Back in the 1800s, Helena, Montana had more millionaires per capita than any other city in the world. Alphabetically, Albany, New York is first on the list, while Trenton, New Jersey pulls up the rear. And here in Texas, Austin is the largest state capital in the United States that does not have a Big Four professional sports team. Big Four meaning football, baseball, basketball, or hockey. And here's one more fun fact. Not one of the 50 state capitals has the letter Q in its name.
Coming up after the break, we turn the page to the features section.
Today we have a special guest, Lindsay Lively, a soapologist from the Buff City Soap. I'm Angel Biasatti, and you'll hear more with Methodist Mansfield News to Know.
Can I buy a home with $0 down? I'm Angela Hornburg, and we'll talk about it in the Mansfield Real Estate Update.
In this week's Cocktail of the Week, imagine a cocktail that's like a spa day for your taste buds.
We are Mansfield's only source for news, talk, and information. I'm Colleen Daniel, and this is About Mansfield.
This portion of the news was brought to you by the Grandview Event Center in Mansfield.
Hey there, it's Luke from Cool Hand Electric. Are you tired of dealing with plugs or lights that just won't cooperate? Well, don't fret. Give us a call. Worried about power outages or surges damaging your precious electronics? We've got you covered. Whether it's a whole house generator or surge protection, our solution-oriented Cool Hands are ready to tailor the perfect option that suits your needs and budget. At Cool Hand Electric, excellence is still cool.
Cool hand, cool hand, cool hand, where excellence is still cool.
Hey, it's Steve Casillo, and are you ready to make your voice heard? Want to bring out your ideas to life through captivating conversations and engaging visuals? Look no further than Podcast Mansfield Recording Studio, your one-stop destination for award-winning audio and video podcast recording. Equipped with cutting-edge microphones, crystal clear audio recording, and high-definition cameras, we're here to turn your ideas into engrossing content. But it's not just about the equipment. We're dedicated to bringing out the best in your content. Whether you're a seasoned pro or just starting out, we're here to elevate your podcasting game. We'll even help you with intro music, transitions, voiceover, and that professional polish that sets your podcast apart. So whether you're into interviews, storytelling, or simply sharing your expertise, Podcast Mansfield can help bring your podcasting dreams to life. Visit podcastmansfield.com. Podcast Mansfield, where creating your podcast masterpiece has never been easier.
Congratulations to Eldon Vigil, who knew that Mansfield was named the pickle capital of Texas in 2013 by the 83rd Legislature. When we come back, this week's trivia question. This is About Mansfield.
Hi, this is Joe Jenkins with Joe Jenkins Farmers Insurance, specializing in auto, home, commercial, and life insurance. I was born and raised here in Mansfield, Texas. We're active in the community, and Mansfield's a town we really care about. Our office has over 30 years' experience in the insurance industry, and we're passionate about what we do and about customer service. For a free quote, please visit our website at joejenkinsinsurance.com or give us a call at 817-472-6058. Once again, that website is joejenkinsinsurance.com.
It is time right here, right now for the highly coveted, wildly popular About Mansfield Trivia Question. The first person to email the correct answer to trivia@aboutmansfield.com will receive a $25 gift card to a Mansfield restaurant of your choice. It's brought to you by Joe Jenkins Insurance. Whether you're looking for homeowners, auto, commercial, or any other type of insurance, Joe has helped Mansfield area residents understand the insurance coverage that best fit their needs since 2010. You can find him on the internet at joejenkinsinsurance.com. I've mentioned this before. I'll do it again right here, right now. Not everyone wins on a Wednesday. So if you're hearing this on Thursday, Friday, Saturday, whenever, give it a shot. You may be taking home a $25 restaurant gift card. Colleen, it's your turn.
Well, Steve, there is only one person in the history of the world to win world boxing, karate, and kickboxing titles and hold them all at the same time. And he's a Mansfield resident. This week's trivia question is, who is he? Email your answer to trivia@aboutmansfield.com. Again, name the only person in history to simultaneously hold titles in world boxing, karate, and kickboxing. Good luck, and thanks to Joe Jenkins Insurance for the gift card.
Hi, I'm Stevie Dawn Carter, Executive Director of the Fleetwood Project, and you're listening to About Mansfield.
Welcome back to About Mansfield, your audio newspaper. Let's open up the features section. Angel Biasatti is here to talk about an upcoming event that'll have us cleansing our hands in Methodist Mansfield News to Know. Angel?
Today we have a special guest, Lindsay Lively, a soapologist from Buff City Soap, right here in Mansfield. We're thrilled to have her talk about our upcoming event, Clean Hands, Healthy Lives, Hand Hygiene Day on Tuesday, October 15th from noon to 1:30. Welcome, Lindsay.
Good afternoon. Thank you so much for having me.
We're excited to hear more about this event aimed at encouraging our community to make hand washing a part of their everyday life. And what better time than on Global Hand Washing Day? Lindsay?
Global Hand Washing Day. It's an event where the community can come together at Methodist Mansfield Medical Center. We'll have fun hand hygiene Olympic Games with prizes. You'll see soap sculptures by Mansfield ISD Fine Arts instructor Joaquin Soto, and view creative art posters using the theme Clean Hands, Happy Hearts by Mansfield ISD Elementary Schools. The best part is receiving some of our Buff City soap bars. They're hand poured right in our store on Broad Street in Mansfield. We all have a hand in preventing the spread of germs, so come join the fun on Tuesday, October 15th from noon to 1:30 in the Methodist Mansfield Medical Center cafeteria. Plus, Methodist Mansfield infection prevention team will be there to share practical tips for hand hygiene to prevent the spread of infections. It's going to be a fantastic opportunity to learn and be empowered about hand hygiene and the number one thing that you can do to keep from getting sick.
That sounds amazing. What else can attendees look forward to?
Attendees will have the chance to sample some of our Buff City soap bars. They can enter the Olympic Games contests, and they learn how to wash their hands. There will also be plenty of giveaways, and one lucky attendee will be winning an exciting door prize and a Buff City soap gift card.
Don't forget to register at methodisthealthsystem.org/events to secure your spot. So mark your calendars. Clean Hands, Healthy Lives Hand Hygiene Day is happening on Tuesday, October 15th from noon to 1:30 at Methodist Mansfield Medical Center. Thank you so much for joining us today, Lindsay. To all our listeners, let's come together to wipe out germs on Global Hand Washing Day. That's Methodist Mansfield News to Know. I'm Angel Biasatti, reporting for the About Mansfield podcast.
Angela Hornburg addresses how to buy a home with $0 down in the Mansfield Real Estate Market Update. Angela?
You can buy a home with $0 down. There is a catch to the $0 down, though, as there are specific ways this can be achieved. The first way to purchase a home with $0 down is to have served our country and have VA benefits. Utilizing your VA benefit, you will get the best interest rate available as well as the opportunity to purchase a home with $0 down. The second way to purchase a home with $0 down is to look at purchasing a home in a rural area as defined by the United States Department of Agriculture. They have a great, easy-to-use website that shows you the qualifying areas, which are not far out in our market. By looking in a USDA qualified area, they will provide a special loan called a USDA loan to encourage folks to move to less densely populated areas, and this loan requires $0 down payment. It's a great product that is not widely discussed. The third way to purchase a home with $0 down is to qualify for a home buying grant. Right now, there are 7 popular home buying grants that give buyers between 3 and 5% of the purchase price in grant money. So those funds can be used for the down payment, which means you as the buyer are putting $0 down. There are a lot of great options to choose from on the market right now, so it's a great time to take advantage of buying a home with improved interest rates hovering in the 5% range, as well as utilizing some of these programs. Remember, reach out to your favorite realtor who can help guide you on options and lenders to get you on the path to homeownership. Reporting for the About Mansfield podcast, this is Angela Hornburg, broker with One West Real Estate.
Shaken or stirred, you know it's going to be good as Brian Certain serves up a spa day for your taste buds in the cocktail of the week. Brian?
This week's cocktail of the week is the Bourbon Renewal. As we continue to raise our glass to Bourbon Heritage Month, it's fitting to spotlight a cocktail that embodies both the rich tradition and the innovative spirit of bourbon culture, the Bourbon Renewal. This refreshing concoction proves bourbon's legacy is not just about preserving the past, but also about creating and crafting new classics for future generations to enjoy. The Bourbon Renewal is a relatively modern creation crafted by Jeffrey Morgenthaler, a renowned bartender and author in the early 2000s. Morgenthaler developed this drink while working at the Bel Ami Lounge in Eugene, Oregon. And it's a bourbon-based riff on the classic whiskey sour. His goal was to create a cocktail that would appeal to those who typically shy away from whiskey drinks, while still satisfying his bourbon enthusiast. But don't worry about taking notes, as I'll be giving out the instructions and ingredients and posting them on bourbongospel.com. So what do we need to do to make this new classic? You need 2 ounces of bourbon. Again, Elijah Craig, bottled in bond. Perfect drink, perfect bourbon, 100 proof always, distilled in 1 year, distilled from one distilling crop. It meets all the requirements of bottled in bond. It's just a great buy, and it's a great purchase. 1 ounce of fresh lemon juice, a 1/2 ounce of creme de cassis, a 1/2 ounce of simple syrup, and 1 to 2 dashes of Angostura bitters. In a cocktail glass, you're going to fill it with ice. You're going to then add the bourbon, the fresh lemon juice, the creme de cassis, the simple syrup, and the Angostura bitters to the shaker. Put a top on, shake for 10 to 15 seconds or until well chilled. Then strain the mixture into a rocks glass filled with fresh ice. Garnish with the lemon twists, expressing the oils over the drink before dropping it in. Then serve immediately. The Bourbon Renewal is the perfect embodiment, in my opinion, of bourbon's enduring appeal and adaptability. The bourbon provides a robust oaky foundation, while the creme de cassis adds a fruity depth that complements bourbon's natural sweetness. The lemon juice brings the necessary brightness, balancing the richness of the other ingredients. The touch of simple syrup smooths out the edges, while the Angostura bitters adds complexity and ties everything together. This cocktail beautifully represents the spirit of Bourbon Heritage Month. It pays homage to the classic bourbon cocktails like the whiskey sour, while introducing new elements that appeal to modern palates. The Bourbon Renewal demonstrates that bourbon heritage is not static. It's a living tradition that continues to evolve and inspire. As always, I'm open to hear your take and your input. You can reach me at brian@bourbongospel.com. And until next week, as Mark Twain said, too much of anything is bad, but too much whiskey is barely enough. Reporting for the About Mansfield podcast, I'm Brian Certain.
We're back in 60 seconds with the conclusion of Steve's interview with Mansfield Philharmonic founders Thao Pham and Fletcher Rudd.
Imagine a city where innovation knows no bounds, where dreams take flight, and the future unfolds before your very eyes. Welcome to Mansfield, a beacon of growth and a testament to vision. In the heart of Mansfield, a remarkable transformation is underway. But it's not just about the physical landscape. It's about the spirit that drives us forward. A spirit of collaboration that bridges cultures, a spirit of entrepreneurship that fuels prosperity, and a spirit of community that binds us as one. Mansfield is more than just a place. It's a canvas where diversity paints the picture of progress. From art festivals that ignite creativity to tech hubs that redefine boundaries, this city celebrates every voice, every passion. Mansfield, where growth knows no limits and the vision is limitless. Brought to you by the unstoppable spirit of the Mansfield Economic Development Corporation.
Hi, I'm Fire Chief Mike Ross, and you're listening to About Mansfield.
Welcome back to About Mansfield, your audio newspaper. I'm Steve Casillo as we make the transition from news to talk. And today, the conclusion of our interview with the Mansfield Philharmonic founders, Thao Pham and Fletcher Rudd. Enjoy. I have yet to experience a Mansfield Philharmonic concert. And for as much as I love classical music, that's kind of a sad statement. What are some of the pieces someone who has yet to see the Philharmonic? What are some of the pieces that they can expect to hear? Some of the pieces that have been performed at the Mansfield Philharmonic.
Oof, we've done gigantic works like Bruckner. We've also done Tchaikovsky. Last season, we opened with Tchaikovsky 5. And then we generally, almost every concert, I believe we had a soloist come in and play like a piano concerto, violin concerto. This year, I think we have flute concerto.
2 piano concertos. Yeah, so we've done a lot of Beethoven, Mozart, concerto symphonies. We've done some Tchaikovsky, Dvorak. We've done a lot of new pieces, too. We have premiered several works. A lot of them are musicians within the orchestra. We have a lot of composers, like Siobhan Cassidy Robinson. We've done pieces by Armand Vance, and many more, Nicholas Miranda. Oh, that piece was insane. It was for like 5 ocarinas and orchestra and like all these different
What's
percussions.
an ocarina? Come on now. I know there's someone out there listening going, what's an ocarina? So help me out.
How would you describe an ocarina?
Think Legend of Zelda, the little flute thing with holes.
The little flute thing with holes. When I hear little flute thing, I think of a piccolo.
Oh,
but
yeah, that's a little flute. But this one's
it's kind of like
more
a shell, right?
Round.
Oh yeah.
Shell,
Yeah, it looks okay, almost like a seashell
like a
with
conch
holes
or something. Yeah. Yeah, and instrument very important to like indigenous cultures and things like that. And so that particular piece was based off of, I think, like ancient Aztec music and themes. And Nicholas Miranda wrote that, and he wrote solo ocarina and then like an ensemble, like 4 or 5 ocarinas for that.
It was so cool. I think that piece, when we did that with the Mansfield Philharmonic, it was his first in this series. And then he wrote another one for Mesquite Symphony. And I got to play that one too. And so it was really cool. And then that one had the death whistle. So that was really fun. I think Nick also mentioned to me that I'm the only person that has played, I guess, the most of his works, because I played 3 of his works. When I was in high school, I was a senior in high school. He was the student teacher at the time. And then he composed a piece for the symphony orchestra to play. And so I got to play. That was my first of his pieces that I played. So it's really cool. He's a great composer.
The musical pieces, I know Dr. Eldred is the artistic director. Thank you. He chooses the music?
Yeah, it's kind of a collaboration between the 3 of us. Okay. Every season, at the end of every season, he'll email the orchestra, tell them to email him suggestions for pieces that they would like to play. A lot of musicians, they have excerpts they like to play, in the orchestra. And so he takes those into suggestion, and then he'll kind of come up with like a document of pieces, and then Thao, him and I will meet up somewhere, or have a phone call and just talk about where we think we can place these pieces. If we want to do a concerto, who will come in to solo on that. And then for me, if there's a piece that I'm, just dying to conduct, I try to sneak that in there as subtly as I can as well. And so, but yeah, and sometimes it's just an ongoing conversation. We've had like over 50 plus drafts for concert seasons, because we think about, so I haven't been doing this for a while now. We know when our attendance is going to be kind of spotty due to other commitments that our musicians have to go through throughout the season. We know when it's like, okay, this is probably be our strongest concert cycle versus, may need to scale down a little bit here and there. So there's a lot of factors that come into play when planning out a concert season. And
Eldred is just super ambitious. A lot of the times when we have these meetings, I'm just going down the list and saying, nope, not doing that. Just no to all these. But yeah, he even wanted to do Beethoven's Symphony No. 9. And I was like, where's our choir? We don't have a choir. Well, we don't have a big enough choir for that. And then just also orchestra. Oh my goodness. That's a monster.
So Carmina Burana's out too. Still no choir.
That's an expensive concert. We actually just performed at back in April with the UTA Symphony. Yeah. And huge undertaking. 3 different choirs, big orchestra, 2 pianos. Is the works. It's the biggest orchestral production I've been involved in.
It's an amazing piece. It's a stunning piece of music.
Yeah. And we've done pieces with choir at Mansfield Philharmonic. We've done Handel's The Messiah, the full Messiah, back in 2018. And I think it was the first time that the full Messiah was performed in the city of Mansfield. That was a huge undertaking. And then this past concert cycle, we ended with Haydn's The Creation, which was another big orchestra and choral piece as well. So it's definitely, stuff that we anticipate and plan on, but bigger concerts like that, those take a lot more planning and organizing.
So Dr. Marshall's kind of pushing the envelope then with
Oh, yeah, every season.
We need money to do that, too. So
that's a good question. How does the Mansfield Philharmonic operate if the concerts are free? There's got to be some operation costs in there somewhere. I mean, you just bought a Steinway piano. How does the Philharmonic operate, and how is it funded?
Well, the past few years, it's mostly been from the generous donations of our concert goers and also our members. And then sometimes like every year we have a children's concert that's funded by the city of Mansfield. But other than that, we don't have any other funding. We're trying to work on, writing some grants this year to get hopefully way more funding. But yeah, it's just been donations, and yeah, we would like to see more like, sponsors and donors and stuff like that to pursue all those bigger works and stuff?
Ever since we started, we operate as a 501c3 nonprofit organization. So obviously that's attracted to people that want to donate and get tax write-offs and things like that. So one of the many benefits of being hosted at First Methodist Mansfield is that a lot of the churchgoers there are very kind, and they donate their time and money to us, helping us out with some behind-the-scenes things, but also just writing a blank check sometimes and helping out with, acquiring a Steinway piano or things like that. And then we, like Thao said, members of our orchestra, on top of volunteering their time and talent to us, sometimes they pay donations to the orchestra as well. And then sometimes we just get lucky with certain events. A few weeks ago, we collaborated with a local musician named Court Huang, and he donated a good sum of money to the orchestra, and all we had to do in return was just record a piece for him for his upcoming album. And so we got to collaborate with him, record his song at the church, and that worked out really well. And so, yeah, we're strictly ran on donations. None of us are paid, not even our conductor. And we do it for the love of music making and things like that. And we would love to get paid. But it's still been a growing organization as we've get the right people on our board of directors who know the specific jobs that they have to work at and stuff like that. So,
Thao, you mentioned the several symphonies that you're involved with. Dr. Marshall is involved with several symphonies as well. I believe he does a lot of not only car travel but airline travel to perform or conduct. Aside from Mansfield, where else is he active?
Everywhere. He's everywhere. All over the place.
Yeah.
Because I asked that question because I've tried to get Dr. Marshall and he says, yes, I'll do it. But he's a busy guy.
Yeah.
So busy.
Let's talk about inspiration. When I think cello, I think Yo-Yo Ma. When I think violin, I think Perlman. Are those inspirations to you, or who are your inspirations?
My inspiration was is the violinist that I studied with at SMU. His name's Chad Hoops. He's an internationally renowned violinist. He won the Minuet violin competition when he was 15, I believe.
Wow.
And he's been playing violin since he was 3. And he's just fantastic all around, and he's played with all the big name orchestras, and I just he's amazing. As a person as well, and as a musician, he changed my playing in 5 minutes in our first lesson.
Wow.
Yeah. It was insane.
Use your pinky more. In what way did he change within 5 minutes?
Oh, I don't know. It's just this was when I was taking a trial lesson with 2 professors before I had to choose one, because when I was admitted into SMU, I was supposed to study with Emmanuel Borak, who he passed away a month before the semester started. So they had to find, someone to take his place. And there were 2 candidates. One of them, I took a trial lesson with him, and I felt like his teaching style wasn't for me. He was one of those people that used a lot of analogies and was play like you're walking into a really dark cave and everything's a mystery. Play just like that. And I'm like, how do I do that?
Okay, so he's working on emotions as opposed to style.
I think for a lot of people, if their musicianship is at that level, they'll understand and can do it instantly. But I wasn't there yet. I need someone to tell me physically, what do I need to do on the instrument? Technically, what do I need to do? And Chad was just that teacher for me. And, within the first few minutes, I just understood him, and then he understood me and what I needed. And it was just a perfect fit. So he's a big inspiration of mine.
Fletcher, inspirations.
2 people I can think of. On the cello side, Jacqueline Dupre. There's a very famous video of her playing the Elgar cello concerto. That's kind of the reference everybody goes to for that piece. And she's being conducted by her husband at the time, Daniel Barebone. And she didn't live too long. I think she passed away in her 40s, but she just at a very young age already acquire a mastery of the instrument. And she just had a very unique and beautiful sound. So I don't know if I would be able to achieve that sound, but she was a very incredible cellist. As far as conducting, the biggest inspiration for me is my current orchestra professor, Dr. Clifton Evans at UTA. Ever since I was in his youth orchestra many years ago, I just saw the light that I could lead, whether conducting youth orchestras or he's conducting professional orchestras. He tours the state and sometimes even the country. He's conducting internationally, working with both professional and student orchestras. And he is like the go-to, string education guy that people ask to come out to their schools to give clinics to their orchestra students. He's conducted region orchestras, and he even has an annual conducting workshop that I've participated in where he teaches up-and-coming conductors or even established and elder conductors. He just teaches them how to improve their technique and in front of the ensemble. And so I'll say for sure he's the biggest inspiration for me in that regard.
Nice. If someone wanted more information, how can they find out more information about the Mansfield Philharmonic?
They can go on our website. It's Mansfield, MANSPHIL.org.
I see what you did there. You took a little bit of Mansfield and you took a little bit of Philharmonic. Mansfield.org. Yes. Because it's a 501c3.
Right. Or they can check out our social media. We're on Facebook as the Mansfield Philharmonic, Instagram as the Mansfield Philharmonic, and we also have a LinkedIn, but I would go to the other ones first.
And the performances are at the Methodist Mansfield.
Yes.
Right across the street from Chick-fil-A, which is right over there by the Walmart off of Walnut Creek.
Yes, sir.
And concerts are free.
Yes, they are.
That's my favorite four-letter F word, free, followed by food. And when you put the two together, yes. The Mansfield Philharmonic, how often do you perform?
Well, now it's like every month now, right? Just about.
This
is our biggest concert season. So just keeping it to this fall, half of it, we have first concert September 8th, which is my 29th birthday, by the way. And then we have October 20th, which will be a string orchestra concert. Then we have November 24th. And then December 14th, we'll actually be at the Far Best Theater in historic downtown doing Christmas music. And then we have many more dates starting in 2025.
Mansfield.org. That's MANSPHIL.org is the website. And go see, and I'm going to make it a point to also go see the Mansfield Philharmonic and enjoy some classical music.
We also live stream our concerts through our YouTube channel, which is also Mansfield Philharmonic.
Founders of the Mansfield Philharmonic, Thao Pham and Fletcher Rudd. It was a pleasure having you here. It was a pleasure talking music. Again, one of my favorite subjects, and we'll see you at a concert.
Thank you for having us.
It's a pleasure to be here. Thank you.
Coming up next week on About Mansfield, we will talk in studio about corporate leadership, deportation, and stage plays. You'll just have to tune in to find out who it is. In the meantime, this is the place where you will hear the latest Mansfield news, talk, and information. Until then, don't forget to like, follow, subscribe, share, love, or support this podcast if you haven't already so you never miss an episode. It's free and it's easy. Head on over to our website, aboutmansfield.com. Enter your email address right there on the homepage. We will never send you any spam, we promise.
About Mansfield is recorded at Podcast Mansfield Recording Studio. Hosts, Steve Casillo and Colleen Daniel. Moment with the Mayor feature, Michael Evans. Methodist Mansfield News to Know, Angel Biasatti. Mansfield Real Estate Market Update, Angela Hornburg. Cultural Arts Calendar, Tim Roberts. Cocktail of the Week, Brian Certain. Post-production editing, mixing, and mastering, Steve Casillo and Andrew Miner.
This podcast is copyrighted by Podcast Mansfield Recording Studio for the private use of our audience. Any other use of this podcast without written consent is prohibited. No dogs or cats were harmed in the making of this podcast. Thanks for listening. On behalf of the entire news team, I'm Steve Casillo, and this is About Mansfield.